What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to my reaction to the Theorizer SpongeBob theory videos. So last time we watched it, the Flying Dutchman is a Roman death genie, and in this video, we're gonna finish off the entirety of the Theorizer's SpongeBob theory videos. At least for now. Maybe in the future he'll upload more. But yeah, we're gonna finish things off with the Dimension theory and the Theorizer's first time on camera and ranting about SpongeBob nukes, which I'm interested to see because I do wonder because he doesn't say face reveal that he will be on camera, but he's gonna hide his face behind like maybe like an avatar or mask like this one here. I do wonder about that because he's technically not wrong on him being on camera. I'm just wondering if he'll like cover up his face. But yeah, also the reason why I am combining the dimension theory and this last video here is because this last video is around 5 minutes long, and I thought it would be more time efficient if I just combined that with the dimension theory, since, it's such a short video. But yeah, afterwards, after watching these two videos here, I think I will slow down the uploads of like these type of videos, the theory reaction videos, because I do want to do some other stuff, at least within the month of December, as we end out 2024 here. At the very least, I do want to return to reacting to these type of videos in the beginning of 2025, like around January is where I want to do that. So yeah, let's go enjoy these last two Theorizers SpongeBob theory videos while we still have it in this video, at least for me. But yeah, the dimension theory, I know he touched upon this a little bit within the Gary theory and the Flying Dutchman theory, so I'm guessing in this video he's gonna go all out with this whole dimension stuff going on. So here we go, guys, let's watch.
This video is fast-paced, borderline inconclusive, and at a maximal threshold for pure lunacy. This is going to go off
Okay.
the rails very quickly if I don't go slow, but I'm feeling the crushing inevitability of this theory as it seeps from me. October 13, 2017. I diagnosed Patrick Starr with trauma-induced anxiety-triggered spontaneously duplicative multi-intellectual DID with additional paranoid schizophrenic delusions of a mental multiverse.
Yeah, I think this was the clip that I saw from Alex Bale. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of, that's very descriptive."
January 31, 2020. I roasted Gary the Snail and then deemed him unfit for human
Roasted.
interaction, classifying him as an anomalous four-dimensional alien dolphin from Jupiter who was ejected from the Illuminati to Bikini Bottom and forced devolved into an apathetic gastropod mollusk. I
Jeez.
hope you've seen both of
Yeah,
these
I do like his descriptions of like how he diagnosed these guys. It's like so long and comedic and funny
theory trilogies of mine, and also
and
that you've
absurd.
seen my
I like
video
it.
covering The Flying Dutchman, where I continued to chip away at Bikini Bottom's dimensional anomalies. On the other hand, if you're new here, no, I'm not joking. The theories are airtight and bulletproof no matter how severely I embellish them with dramatic flair. Yes, Gary is a four-dimensional dolphin, or at least that's what the evidence would suggest. I'm not joking. Just watch them, because today I'm going to attempt the first big theory crossover I promised between Patrick, Gary,
Ooh.
and surprisingly, Plankton, who I made a short
What?
little theory on as well.
What the heck? Even Plankton. I feel like with Plankton, I don't see much of a connection there within this first theory. But yeah, I'll let him cook though. I'm curious about that.
This should come as a shock to no
And yeah, this is a crossover theory too, so he's gonna try to make everything make sense within his own theories.
one, because as I'm sure you're all aware by now,
That's
Patrick and
interesting.
Gary have an indisputable link that shakes me to my
Oh shoot! Oh no, he's gonna connect Patrick and Gary like this? I wonder if he'll do something with this evidence here.
core.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I don't remember if he ever did use a connection like that with Patrick, with that evidence, but yeah, I am curious to see what he's gonna do with that if he does use that. All right, we're back with the jump scares, man. Let's go.
Hello, I'm the Theorizer. There seems to have been a mild renaissance in SpongeBob theories in this first half of 2021, which is beneficial to my unrelenting assault on Bikini Bottom's lore. First, it was the SpongeBob channel themselves, who started mocking this content with that Bikini Bottom Mysteries series, so they think they can silence me with snark.
Was it really like a mock? I've never seen that before. Like the mysteries. Like I don't know if that's the same series that he used with the chocolate guy,
Power tenfold. But then the real party
but I am
begins.
curious
There was
about
that
that.
skin
Like
theory
maybe not mock, but like it's within like the same genre of content, like this whole like theorizing stuff. But yeah, if they did that, I'm actually kind of curious about that Bikini Bottom Mysteries.
video that bulldozed the algorithm a while back, and Alex Bale, a YouTuber who's
Oh,
commented some great evidence
there we go, Alex Bill shout out.
in the past, also started making some. Because Bikini Bottom can't be allowed to continue its desolation crusade, so it's beneficial to keep everyone in the mindset no matter the toll on stable mentality. After all, my videos were infamously blacklisted for being taboo and then struck by Viacom. They can copyright
Oh,
claim me all they damn
yeah,
want,
I can
but
see
by
that.
claiming the content, they canonize it at their own peril. So here we are, here. This is the first notable thread to pull, followed of course by this. If you recall, this was the ultimate piece of surprise evidence at the end of the third and final Gary video. That video crammed 2 hours of dimensional dissertation into a 30-minute package. There's a lot of things I say quite casually and hope you catch, like how a nuclear explosion tore open the fabric of space-time, how SpongeBob's all just an Inception-style show inside a TV show, and how Krabby Patties are feng shui modulators.
Oh, my dog
Some of
wants to go
those
in.
came full circle, but today is another big one. As for that surprise evidence I caught at the very end of the trilogy, I almost fainted when I realized the bombshell. Gary isn't just some alien who probably created Bikini Bottom. He and his Illuminati peers are nothing short of gods, which is proven by this recreation of the Adam painting in which God is replaced with a dolphin.
Yeah,
You
I do
remember
remember
all this,
that.
but something I should not fail to mention is that the being on the receiving end of this interaction is
Wait,
Patrick. In
I,
the
how did I not think about that too? It's just when it comes to his theory videos, like I've always kind of viewed them as like standalone. But now since we're in a crossover theory, dang, okay. I guess there is connection here. Oh man. What about this patty though? This Krabby Patty? Or would you just call it a burger? Because like how do you know if it's made by the Krusty Krab?
context of the episode, you'd think this factor may be to be negligible, but in fact it's not, because of our other highly suspicious link, the family tree. In the previous theories, I dismissed this tree connection because I thought it was irrelevant. This is increasingly
No, I don't
appearing
know.
not to be the case.
If it's
Why
within the this crossover theory, because he's been making a big deal out of Patrick and Gary here, and also with that painting too, like because of like Gary's connection with like the dolphins and stuff. Like I can definitely see this being very important now.
did Gary reincarnate into a body related to Patrick? Well, I think it's for the same reason
Oh,
the dolphins are seen in the divine painting. And for that, we need to know what's going on with Patrick. Oh, wait. We already do. If you recall, I determined that Patrick's mind is an ever evolving landscape.
yes.
Basically, he has
You
every
know, I am debating on which one is my favorite of the Theorizer SpongeBob theories, if it's Patrick or Gary, because they're both very good. I would say maybe Patrick, maybe, but I do really like that one piece of evidence that he showed, like if if it's really real or not with this whole like Gary like being in that galaxy background thing. I do like that a lot.
version of himself from throughout the multiverse crammed into his brain. At first, I thought it was just something he was perceiving, or a fragmentation from some past event, or just some complicated belief system. But as more and more evidence surfaces that Bikini Bottom is a part of something greater, like the profoundly misplaced Jupiter tetrahedron scene, I started drifting into the conclusion that everything was connected, with Patrick too. Let me be clear. I think that Patrick's mental multiverse is real. I think he knows exactly what he is talking about, dumb or otherwise, and I think he's actually the only one who's aware of what's really going on here. Aside,
Really?
of course, from Gary, the one responsible. At the very end of the Patrick theories, I deemed Patrick as possibly just being smart enough to recognize the facts. Each episode of SpongeBob is a slightly altered universe, which is why the show is semi-inconsistent. Patrick knows he's on a TV show, but he certainly isn't the only one, given the dolphin censorship. You should remember all this, but the
Oh yeah, I
question
do
of why
remember that too.
Patrick, of all people, of all non-alien characters, is granted with this ability to shift his episode at will, is one that seemingly had no answer, until I found this artwork.
In
I saw like
this
another
world,
artwork there too. I just saw it there. It looks like a painting. I wonder if he's gonna talk about that. So yeah, this painting over here. It just looks kind of like some kind of like multiverse thing. Is he gonna reference that? Or maybe this one here. I can't even see. It's been like cut off. Is that It kind of looks like the Scream painting. I don't know what it's called, but that one famous painting where like there's this guy that's like screaming. I think I only know that guy within like one of those old cartoons. I don't know if it's like from Courage or something.
Most sensible thing that can be drawn from this. If
Oh
the
no, he's not.
dolphins
I
represent
thought
divine
he was about
aliens,
to
which
reference that
they
painting.
most certainly, irrefutably do, then Patrick would represent the one gifted with knowledge. Patrick knows, and the craziest part in all of this is that all this time, I've had that three-parter sitting there entailing what he knows. I repeat, his mental multiverse is not mental, and he knows about the true nature of his reality. Patrick's
Okay.
intelligence, his multiversal displacement, his everything. He is the one gifted with knowledge. Now let me bequeath upon you the motherlode of all plot twists, because I had no idea how relevant
He's
this
gifted
was
with
until
knowledge.
I reevaluated the situation. The knowledge being gifted to Patrick is in the form of a Krabby Patty. And what was
Oh,
my conclusion?
you know, I
with
was
their
about to say that because I know I mentioned like if the burger or the Krabby Patty here has anything to do with this. But yeah, I wondered if like just him eating the Krabby Patties does something. But I guess it gives him knowledge. We'll see what he says.
very theories? Why did the planets collide? Why was everything out of whack? It was because the lack of Krabby Patties in the film wrecked the entire balance of Bikini Bottom,
Oh,
which is entangled with the gas giants because it's where the exit is. The
that is
fun
such a cool like tie-in with like the plots of one of the plots in the second SpongeBob movie.
shui, the chi, the cosmic alignments, whatever you want to call it. The tetrahedron is the reality of Bikini Bottom, and the time machine glitch proves this entanglement. The show runs on Krabby Patties, the town runs on Krabby Patties, they dictate and power everything as the core of the show, and this is further proof of that as well. This is what they represent on a deeper level. This isn't the formula, this is unrelated to crabs. This is on the level of the show, not the subplot within it. And Patrick devours the lifeblood of the show like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, there's that
To
one
be
episode
fair,
where he
in his
just
case, there is no
he was in that one Krabby Patty eating contest.
tomorrow. The simultaneity of past and present will do that to you. He eats the most Krabby Patties, which, if they are distilled Taoistic balance, would mean Patrick is most aware of the nature of his environment. It makes sense then, I suppose, why Plankton wants the secret formula to rule over Bikini Bottom. The film is quite blunt. With
That's how he
this.
ties it in.
Patties control everyone. So completely, so totally. He's out to get the life.
Yeah, you know what? I guess Plankton is not that crazy when you think about it because when he says that he wants to rule the world by getting Krabby Patties, like getting a Mr. Krabs like Krabby Patty formula, I guess that makes sense now. I do like this.
Own anomaly, just like Gary.
Like, it
One of
doesn't
the
sound
few
as
things I
crazy
brought
with
up in
Plankton
these
now.
theories were the undeniable parallels between Gary and Plankton. As the most limited life forms around, they both have an innate desire to rise up and rule. Both wish to burn the city down and lead as emperor. It's disturbingly specific. But as for why Patrick is the chosen one, well, I think it's because of his royalty. This is where my Flying Dutchman theory comes in, which is more
Ooh.
like Gary Part 3.5 if you've seen it. Neptune
Yeah, that's what
and
I
the
felt
other
like with that
in-show
video,
gods
too.
are proxies, idols, celebrities for the Bikini Bottomites to worship, while the real beings literally run the show. This royalty is an interesting point to note because Neptune is also a king. I'm not entirely sure of my footing at this
Yeah.
point, but here's what I know for certain. There could very well be yet another link. I'm not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg. Either Patrick's eating patties because he's been genetically predisposed since day one, or Patrick is aware of all this because he's eating so many patties and Gary just decided to resurrect himself in a nearby family tree and literally next door with the friend that can evade cosmic imbalance because of the hand he had in it, i.e., sponge out of water. So which is it? What is the link here? I'm inclined to say that this family tree is extremely important in one way or another, but give me
It does
a minute,
feel
because I'm still
important.
not done with the other connections I found, this time regarding the actual Flying Dutchman. I want to highlight that Atlantis is sort of a precursor civilization, the originals to Bikini Bottom's modernity, the old ones to the new ones. Atlantis is attempt number 1, and it went sour. We know they have power and are to be feared because the Flying Dutchman, who I determined to be a demigod, aware of the dolphins, is afraid of the Atlanteans. Yes, the ghost that reshapes reality just to terrify people fears these goofy-looking jelly beans, who just so happen to relish in elder god imagery. This is my predicament. Evidence and connections are clicking all of my otherwise contrastive theories together, and I'm horrified. Because each point of interest is more disturbingly critical than the last, and I'm being bombarded at Mach 1 with information I dare not attempt to grasp. I am referring to August 17, 2020 at 0900 hours, whilst literally
Even
editing the
hours.
theory of Dutchman, I came to the realization that the reason the Dutchman was so utterly horrified of SpongeBob's exposed brain was because he greatly resembled the Atlanteans. The question then is,
I
just
actually forgot
how
about that.
OP are
Did he
the
say that before?
Atlanteans? Their tech is clearly more advanced than the likes of the more supernaturally oriented Dutchman, but has yet to reach the fringes of omnipresence like the dolphins have.
My dog wants
This
going.
reaction is similar to the fear many characters display for other innocuous threats in the show, and is reminiscent of the ability Gary had to whip an innocent-looking Lovecraftian beast into shape, one that was probably sent as an assassin to take him out, if I'm being completely honest.
Hmm. Oh, ad. But yeah, if you said some of this before, then I might have like forgot about it because sometimes I do watch them back to back, but sometimes there's like a gap in between like when I watch these videos, so I might have forgotten.
Several months ago, I tethered my OCD to theorizing, and now I get struck with mild derealization every time I engage in metacognition. This has proven to be a tremendous mistake, but it doesn't make me wrong. If anything, it compounds my points in a twisted way. Simply put, this pattern identification conclusion is a mid-season finale off-ramp for my SpongeBob videos, and I've now put myself into a position where during June I have to do a full series sweep of every DreamWorks film, every season of Total Drama, and every
Oh
season
my.
of SpongeBob to solve all these patterns, so if you don't comment evidence yourself, then I hazard to guess what will become of the recap statement I'm about to make. Patrick is aware to some degree of the trans-dimensional nature of his reality because of his genealogical connection to the kings and gods. Gary is connected as well, but only because he was a god until his self-insertion fantasy went awry, and he landed dozens of generations down next to the sponge responsible like a glorified Snakes and Ladders game. The further you go up this tree, the closer you get to the true ones responsible for the hellscape of Bikini Bottom, the supernatural flatland torn open by nuclear fission. Those responsible are known by few, but Patrick catches glimpses because the plot device known as Krabby Patties fuels his knowledge of the farce that is his existence. Those who've received enlightenment can only dream of one day rising past the likes of false idols such as the King Neptunes and demigod Dutchmen, and ascending to Jupiter where they can face the true creators, rise like the Atlanteans tried and were quarantined for their efforts, abandoned like the Bible of Bikini Bottom, stranded on the 3D tip of a flatland iceberg, desolated
there's-
like the one
there's a lot of things
responsible
going on.
ejected to a measly form and left to wither and die as punishment for his crimes against nature, always out of reach. Even for Plankton, the one who nearly hijacked the army of I theorize other planktonic experiments 10 times his own size who have failed before him, the one who's come closest on numerous occasions, the one who plays dirty and degrades his enemy with attrition, the one who usurped the false idols, staved off feng shui disequilibrium, built a time machine, and met his makers, only to get Bubbles expelled. They are the Illuminati that governs all. They are the sacrilegious inspiration behind the Cephalopod Lodge, and equally so too the supernatural basis for religion itself. They are the censors of SpongeBob, the marine
Yeah, he's definitely going
hyperspace
fast-paced at
beings
the
that
end
gaze
here.
upon
Like,
all,
trying to be
the
quiet to listen.
inconceivably timeless ancients. They are the double-crossing elitists who hire eldritch hitmen to take out Gary, and a daydream believer to take out their own
What I think right now is
prophecy.
he's just
So
saying
with
a
that
summary
said, it's
of
no wonder why
how
Gary
everything
is out to
connects.
get them. No wonder why their creations rebel. No wonder why this show is riddled with metaphysical violation on top of metaphysical violation. And no wonder why the hell this is such a pantomime of pain to the theorizing bane of my already insane existence. We aren't done.
All right, so yeah, there you have it, guys. Yeah, there's like one more video that we gotta watch here, which is the SpongeBob nukes. But yeah, I thought that was like a really cool way to connect everything here because I wasn't sure if like each of the theories here are supposed to be like standalone theories, if they're supposed to connect or not. But it looks like the main stuff that he's trying to connect is Plankton, is Patrick, Gary, and the Flying Dutchman. I think everything else, I guess, is not. Yeah, they haven't really mentioned. At least, like, I'm trying to think of like other ones that have been mentioned here, but yeah, I think it's just those four theories. Which, yeah, I gotta say, man, it's very, it's very interesting that he tried to do this because yeah, I think it's really cool to connect all of his theories or some of his theories here. And with this painting especially, man, like it is a it is definitely something to think about when it comes to the Theorizer SpongeBob theory videos here. Because yeah, I feel like this is pretty much like what I guess how a lot of this connects is just within this video or within this like frame, this this artwork of Patrick, the Krabby Patty, and a dolphin. I do like like how we also just talked about the Krabby Patty's importance because that is also like something that is very important to the show. And so yeah, it does make sense like you know him just eating a bunch of the Krabby Patties, and then if when they run out, like we saw in the second movie, like if they're not available, then things go to heck. And then also yeah, with the connection with the dolphins and stuff, and Plankton trying to get the Krabby Patty formula to get the power as his own. But yeah, there's a lot. I'm not sure if I can explain like my thoughts on it properly. But yeah, I think overall, like I think it's a really cool way to see the show now, like from this perspective. Like not, it isn't just like Neptune. It's not like the Flying Dutchman being like the higher of powers. But no, we got Patrick, Gary, and Bubbles the dolphin and the Krabby Patty, which yeah, it's not something that I feel like a sane person would say. All right, guys, here we go. The very, very last video that we're gonna watch of the Theorizer here, and it's his first time on camera and ranting about SpongeBob nukes. Now, yeah, my own little theory is that he is gonna show himself on camera, but maybe he's gonna wear a mask because there is an advantage to anonymity on the internet. I mean, look at me, but I'm just guessing that's what he'll do. Because he's technically not wrong when he says it'll be his first time on camera. If this is his first time on camera, but we'll see.
Don't click off this video. I apologize
Oh,
profusely
wait. I'm guessing this is a filter. That's such a cool filter because I know that's his like channel icon.
for what you are seeing at this exact moment. What an unimaginable disgrace to my image, I know. You see, my expensive laptop's screen burnt in place after I kicked it onto the floor,
What
and
the
now it's
heck?
borderline impossible to edit with. Thus, I am writing this on my iPad, recording it with an interim computer, and probably editing it in iMovie. Because of such limitations, the editing will be a disgrace, so to compensate, I felt compelled to provide you with a live-action recording of myself body acting out my voice actions, at least for this video. As I am the Theorizer, I need a passable identity buffer, so I bought the most expensive mask I could find and wrapped myself in black
Okay, I knew
cloth.
it.
If it's not enough, I don't know what to tell you. I need a new laptop.
Because whenever you hear things like, you know, them be on camera, I feel like some people would expect to see their face, but no, he just gave himself a mask. All right.
But I need the money from this video or Patreon wink wink to buy it. So time for a
And yeah, I guess because his computer, his laptop, or whatever he usually used to record, like it doesn't work because of that screen. Like yeah, I'm guessing. I forgot if you said it here, but he say he's using like a different like computer because I'm noticing that his audio, like his mic, is different. So I'm not sure if he's using like a different mic setup as well.
SpongeBob mini theory to tie you over. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and in spite of my predicament, I'm more calm than ever, allowing me to amplify chaos willingly. Everyone preferred my calmer demeanor
I
in the
like that
last
transition.
video, which was a little while ago now, so let's hurry on to rock bottom. For those who don't recall, one episode in an earlier season of SpongeBob featured the titular character getting stranded at a bus station in a nearby town,
Dude.
at the bottom of a sort of trench.
This freaking scene, the one with the I would say with the what was it, that vending machine? And then SpongeBob just like putting in a dollar in and out. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in SpongeBob. Like either that, there's like maybe three different scenes. Like either that, the one with Patrick in the milk when he says his mind is an enigma or something like that, and also maybe the whole 24 and 25 joke.
Filled with creepy fish and pervasive darkness.
Yeah,
Back in early 2020, I had my eye on this during the Gary theories, and multiple commenters did as well, leading us all to a singular conclusion that I've been holding off on for a while now.
oh, I
Waiting
wait,
for
wait,
an
wait, wait,
off the
before he
floor,
says it. Oh
and now
shoot,
it's
I
borderline impossible to edit with. Thus, back in
yeah before he says it, I'm guessing with the nukes, rock bottom is like ground zero of the nukes. I'm guessing he's about to say that.
early 2020, I had my eye on this during the Gary theories,
Yeah,
and
let me fast
now,
forward a bit.
waiting for an opportune mini theory moment. The Gary theories, and more notably my dimension theory, is utter batshit, and some of my finest work. Watch them because rock
I agree.
bottom's most
His finest
irrefutable
work.
ground zero. Following my theories on Gary and the
Yeah, that's
Dutchman in
really
particular,
interesting.
comments came in on this
Because with the whole Bikini Atoll thing, like there's also been like many references to in the show when you see that like the clips of like the nukes and stuff. But like I think the most popular, well, like one of the most popular theories of SpongeBob is that um Bikini Bottom was a testing ground at Bikini Atoll, and then I guess Rock Bottom is like the ground zero for the nukes. That's something I've never really thought about. I thought, yeah, I don't think I've ever thought about that before, or like if anyone else brought it up before too. Because yeah, they always talk about nukes. We never really thought about like the ground zero of it. And yeah, I feel like it makes sense, man, because Rock Bottom being like a deeper part of Bikini Bottom,
This matter.
like I feel
Examples
like it makes
include that
sense
of
now.
Miguel Garcia, who straight up said exactly the truth, that if all of this is the product of nuclear explosions and dimensional anomalies, then rock bottom, this giant spooky pit in the ground, is it the blast site? The answer is absolutely yes.
Yeah, I
First,
think
take a
so
look at the
too.
creatures who roam around.
Yeah, I think it also makes sense too with like all these like different, like uniquely made fishes here. Because yeah, like these are definitely not the usual fish features that you would see in Bikini Bottom. Like they all feel like mutated or alien, like monstrous.
Rock bottom. They are all deep sea fish, creepy things, but many are borderline mutated, which we've come to expect from some bikini bottomites, but here it's gone overboard. Physics is anomalous here, and a bus can drive vertically up a wall. This is all expressly in line with the way I have described the dimensional errors of interstellar tetrahedron
Oh
interference.
wow, he's
Light goes out,
predicting
darkness
like the dimension
prevails,
stuff too.
and physics is fucked. But the craziest of all comes in the form of this episode's actual plotline. SpongeBob tries as hard as he can to escape this crater, but local fish constantly screw with him. They make fake farting sounds with their lips, and some of them act straight up hilariously, likely to counter the pain and hell of man made atrocities such as this irradiated zone. But the coincidences are unbearable. This place very intentionally is trying to keep SpongeBob here. I believe it is because he is a source of joy for them to leech off of, and because, more importantly, he's the main character of the show, triggering the fourth wall physics. As per my dimension theory, Patrick
Hmm.
only returns to rock bottom after SpongeBob leaves, likely because that's what his multiversal insight reveals to him. The creatures only let
Another connection
SpongeBob leave after they got something
to the
from
theory.
him, after their creepiness subsided, and I guarantee it has something to do with the dolphins, the prophecy, or Gary. They want revenge. They want to imprint something. I'm not sure what. All of this might sound insane, but I can assure you this show has taken a hard dive in the direction of crazy theories ever since the old formula has let them down. I discussed this with Alex Bale a bit when he had started making
Oh,
theories on it, and the conclusion is irrefutable. Nickelodeon is leaning
you
hard
talked
into
with
the
him.
absurd theory direction. This is why they started Bikini Bottom Mysteries, and I shit you not, they then proceeded to post a video shamelessly confirming my dimension theory. And yes,
Really?
it's real. I sort of broke upon seeing it, and in it, they even point out what I've been pondering since the Gary theories, which is that yes,
Dang,
Sandy
when
is
was
there
this
to
video made? Because like I feel like when it comes to his original like first couple of theories, like I thought it was like maybe a few years um before the Alex Bale stuff.
the anomaly, and she even
This
speaks
feels
to the
very
fabric of
recent.
dimensionality to communicate with her other self, the nerve of this company. Although I
I need
suppose
to check like
considering the
after this
Bible,
video.
magic pencil, doodle bob, dimensionality, creation of life, and the world at large, this has all been the game plan since day one. Well, if rock bottom is any indication, this is the Da Vinci Code of the show, and it can be found in everything. Solid. Still gotta do a full watch through to catch more stuff, but let me get that new laptop so I can post the Happy Feet theory and Mort Part 24 first. The wait has been far long enough. Thanks to the patrons, and if anyone else wants to join, please do. Until then, I'm the Theorizer.
Okay. But yeah, I'll go mute. Is there any more? You'll like show at the end? No, I think that's it. But yeah, I know one of you guys also just recommended me. I think this is a news theory, the Shark Boy and Lava Girl conspiracy. I need to rewatch that movie again if I want to like react to it because, um, I just want to also like I guess kind of be in on it too. Like I don't want to go into theory that when it comes to the topic I know nothing about. But yeah, I've watched this movie before, but I want to rewatch it again to have it fresh in my mind. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That was the Dimension Theory and his first time on camera and talking about SpongeBob nukes, which I feel like makes a lot of sense. I like how, not only did he try to tie in like rock bottom being ground zero, like being mentioned by like, with him and also the guys like his commenters as well, but also how it also ties in with his own theories with the multiverse Patrick and all that stuff. But yeah, I thought, I don't know, this might be weird to say, but This might be my most like when it comes to me believing like one of his theories. This one feels the most believable, just because of the fact that I do see that rock bottom is like ground zero for the nukes in SpongeBob. Like I feel like that one feels like the most straightforward theory that I feel like I believe in the most out of all of his other theories. But that's not to say that, like the value of these theories are lesser, like, like way lesser. No, I think they're all still great. If I had to like, rank these in a way, like on which one is my favorite and the least favorite, because I've also done this too with like the Alex Bale stuff. I guess we can start from the bottom. I think for me, if I had to think like on the spot, because yeah, I might not remember everything correctly, but I know for sure I wasn't a big fan of the SpongeBob is not stupid theory, just because I feel like, um, I just want to see more of like how he's like like I guess insane, that doesn't like go off from like other people like Squidward here. Like I know he's been using that as an example. Um, but yeah, I want to see like more of like directly related to him. Like I think only one part of the theory that I like about it was how in the that one episode where he forgot everything to learn about fine dining. Like that's probably the strongest evidence for me, and maybe like the only thing that I like about that theory that I feel like is believable to me. But yeah, I would say this one would be in last place. I think everything else. Let's see. I mean, maybe if I had to place them in like in the same position, um, like yeah, if this is like if this would be like like maybe C tier, I guess B tier would be I would say plankton. I would say maybe chocolate. Then what else? Yeah, maybe those two. And then A tier, I would say would be Squidward, maybe Squidward, Krabs, and Mrs. Puff. And then yeah, I would say S tier would be the Gary and Patrick. Like those are awesome. I would say even I would say the Flying Dutchman would be an A. But yeah, the Gary and Patrick are definitely up there. Even the Dimension theory as well. In Dimension, Nukes, Patrick and Gary would be S tier for me. I don't know if I'm missing anyone else. That's just like right off the like right on the spot. So that's my ranking for this. But yeah, like overall, like I do like just watching these. It did feel very refreshing too, because I remember when I watched Alex Bale's videos that was like one of the most refreshing things I've ever seen. Just like seeing all these different theories in SpongeBob that I never thought would exist, and then just watching this here, um, it actually had me mind blown because I know some of you guys said that watching these are these theories are kind of insane, but at the same time they feel believable too. Like I do think they are very like out there, like they're like it feels like a big reach, but it's a believable reach, and that's what I love about it. It's like, oh yeah, this might sound like the most craziest thing in the world for a children's show, but no, I think I believe it. I think the Theorizer did a very good job on like convincing me that this is real, or at the very least there is a connection to like with all this stuff going on. But yeah, that's pretty much like my thoughts on all the theories here. And yeah, next time when it comes to the Theorizer in general, I mean, I think I will like from here on out afterwards because originally I was supposed to only just react to Alex Bale's SpongeBob theories in October, but after just seeing the the amount of views from that, I thought I would continue and extended it to the Theorizer here because even some of you guys recommend me to watch his videos as well. But yeah, when it comes to Theorizer, I think I'll continue to watch him, but also I want to mix things up with like other like videos as well when it comes to like reactions and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I'll be doing that. Maybe not in December because I want to maybe do something else in December, or maybe somehow I'll find a way to incorporate it. We'll see. But at the very least, I do want to return to watch these type of videos with the Theorizer and like other people, like other content creators' videos at the very least in January of next year in 2025. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I've been rambling for too long now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for these Theorizer SpongeBob theories. So yeah, that'll be it for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good